Greetings and welcome to my channel. This is Sorcerer Tal. You can also find me on Facebook in the Sorcerers Guild. Today on Magical Theory, we are going to be talking about Peter Carrolls' maxim, let results be your guide. Now, I do have a small script that I have written for this video. I will include it in the description portion of this post, but I probably will be going off of script quite a bit. However, this will still be a fairly short video because, as you may have noticed, I have a new camera. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference there or not. And I have a new computer that I will be uploading it onto. So this will be a fairly short video. I figured the maxim would be a good one that we could cover very thoroughly quite quickly. Okay, so let results be your guide. How do we do this? How are we guided by our results? This means trying different things and seeing what works, and repeating experimentation. This means repeated experimentation. Now, when considering a single success, you should not worry about trying to decipher causation from correlation. Yeah, we don't want to, first of all, we don't want to be introducing doubt into a new spell that we are trying. Did the thing happen? Yes. Did the thing happen? Yes. All right, we got a success. Like I said, we don't want to introduce doubt. We don't want to be going, oh, was it this or that? Personally, I don't believe coincidences even exist. There may not always be a purpose, but there is a cause. There is a reason for everything that occurs. Now, because the intent of a spell often manifests through a series of seeming coincidences, as I said, only through repeated experimentation can we decipher causation from correlation. So it's important to repeat experiments and determine what works. This is why a lot of people keep a book of shadows. Yeah? When you cast a spell, record what you did, and then record whether it got results or not. And then you can remove or add steps to try and get the spell to work. Sometimes adding a step will work, because the form itself isn't cohesive enough. You haven't done enough ritual to convince your mind that the spell will be a success. You haven't defeated that psychic sensor, another idea of Peter Carrolls. So maybe you want to add more ritual and try again. Alternatively, maybe there's something about the spell that felt a bit wonky to you, felt like it had too much woo, whatever you want to call it. This can be something that you would try to remove and cast the spell again. Or, with a success, you actually can then maybe try to make it more successful by adding steps or removing steps. A lot of times with a success, you'll want to try and remove steps to make it more efficient. But let's talk about this idea of successes. Okay, let's say you have a spell, you cast a spell to get money. And the first time you cast the spell, you got a promotion. Okay, so we try the spell again. And the next time you find money. Okay, well, there's no reason to change this spell at all. But let's say the first time you cast the spell, you find $5. Second time you cast the spell, you find, like, 50 cents. And each time it's just small amounts. Then you might want to consider adding steps to make this spell more cohesive, to give it more of a form. Now, in a recent post on Chaos Magic, Brian Grimes said, results include failure as well. When something works, especially the first time, all we know is that it worked, which is where the scientific method comes in. It is repeatable, under the same and differing circumstances and conditions. The failures tell us something about it didn't work. Now you chance that one thing and try again. If something worked and you try it again under the same conditions and it doesn't work again, then it was likely a coincidence, which you will find isn't a real thing, but that's a deep rabbit hole there. That's in parentheses, natural occurrence and or fluke. Okay, so I want to talk about this idea of same conditions. This is where the problems come in, yeah? when you cast a spell and it works this time, it works that time, and then it doesn't work the third time. Well, conditions are a factor. And that's part of what we want to record. So just because a spell failed once doesn't mean that exact same spell will not succeed at a different time. Or for a different person. If you were casting, to like give a person luck or whatever you're trying to affect that person, or cursing them, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so as I said, I want to keep this particular video fairly short, so we're going to call that good for today. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take the opportunity to do so now. And until next time, bright blessings and an interesting fate. This has been Sorcerer Tal.